Day 3 of Humongo Nation 2010. We're in New York City. Today we're going to visit the donut plant to get some gourmet donuts. We're also going to have a chat with Greg Verdino, author of Micro Marketing. And we're also going to meet Ozzy Karen, the voice of Your GPS. But first, we're going to talk to the nice people at Wingate Hotels.
We are with Bill Hall from Wingate by Wyndham. Bill, what do you do?
I'm the brand senior vice president, so that means I just have day-to-day responsibility for everything involving the brand, from strategic direction, the financial management, budgeting, operations.
So tell us about the Wingate brand for those that aren't familiar.
Wingate's a great brand. It was created back in 1996 to really service the business travelers. You know, business travel today is just becoming more and more complex, and so over time, you know, travelers have become more tech savvy. They're more experienced in their travel, but it's also become more frustrating. And so Wingate's goal from the outset was to make it as easy on the business traveler as possible. So, you know, people need to do business on the road. They need to be connected. They need to stay connected, and they need to have business services available to them. So that's really what we try to provide.
And business travel over the last 3, 5, 10 years has changed dramatically in many different ways. What are the things that you've noticed and or adjusted the product offering?
Okay. You know, as I said, people today, they have high expectations for great value. And oftentimes, by the time they get to a hotel, you know, they're frustrated with the airlines, they're frustrated with car rental companies and taxi cabs, and so they want to be able to relax and, again, as I said, know that everything works. But they also don't want to be nickeled and dimed. They don't want all these extra charges for being able to do business on the road, and their expectation is to have all the comforts and conveniences that they have at home and in their office, in their hotel, and it has to work, and we aim to provide that.
Have you guys done any consumer studies that have taught you anything about the business traveler that you didn't know that came as a surprise to you?
The one thing that did surprise us is all of a sudden there was so much consumption of bandwidth, as I said earlier, that, you know, people downloading movies and so on in the hotel, that you get 2, 3, 4 people in there downloading a movie or something, it can suck up all the bandwidth in the entire hotel. So that came as a surprise, and we had to you know, really strategize what we were going to do, and we have a bandwidth management program in place, and reacted pretty quickly, but that's one that kind of snuck up on everybody.
Any trips for the Humongo crew as we make our way down the eastern seaboard?
Any tips?
Yeah.
Enjoy yourself. Stay at all the Wingates. Take advantage of all the things that are available. We have great breakfast, so you'll be able to, and that's included in the price as well. So you'll be able to eat hearty and get your day going. Hope you enjoy yourself.
Bill, awesome to meet you.
Yeah, same here. Thanks.
Great, thanks.
Appreciate it.
I've stayed at a lot of New York City hotels, by far the biggest rooms ever.
We're at the Donut Plant, the mecca for donuts on the Lower East Side, Manhattan.
Hey everybody, it's Greg Verdino from Powered and author of a new book called Micro Marketing. How's it going?
It's good. How are you?
Good.
Yeah.
So you've got a new book called Micro Marketing.
Right. So the book is called Micro Marketing: Get Big Results by Thinking and Acting Small. And basically the premise is 3 shifts from mass to micro have been going on for the past several years. We've gone from a mass culture where everybody kind of did the same thing, watched the same things, read the same things, listened to the same music. And while that hasn't quite gone away in some sense, there's also been this rapid and dramatic emergence of microcultures. And you know, you can think back to the long tail theory, really kind of was built around that notion of we're now at a point in our history as the human race, I suppose, where everybody's into their own thing. So there's thousands and thousands of microcultures, very targeted, very focused, very specific. At the same time, whether it's in response to that or not, media has fragmented into from mass media to micro media. TV networks haven't gone away, but obviously, as we see with social media, the rise of the consumer content creator, the fact that everybody is now a media outlet or a media curator or a programmer or whatever, the means of content creation have disseminated out to the masses. So we've gone from mass to the masses. The third trend is the shift from, I guess, macro content down to micro content. The idea is, if we're now living in a micro world, where's mass marketing? Well, you shouldn't be mass marketing, you should be micro marketing. So it's really all about how do you tap into those trends as advantages in order to still deliver business results.
So we want to pre-order the book. Where do we go?
You can go to your favorite online bookstore everywhere, right? So Amazon has it for pre-order, Barnes & Noble, CEO Read, Borders. The only place you can't get it, obviously, yet is the physical bookstore. So if you'd like to walk into a space, you can't do that yet, but August 13th it should be on shelves.
Awesome, great, thanks.
Hey, we just got a last-minute interview from the people from Bloomberg Sports.
All right, meet Bill Squadron from Bloomberg Sports. I didn't know that there was a Bloomberg Sports.
Well, it's very new, although fortunately we've had a great reception in just the few months we've been in the market. We began just around the beginning of the year with the concept of applying the very really unparalleled financial technology to sports data. And we've started with the sport of baseball. We have products for professionals, for the teams, the leagues, the broadcasters, the agents, even players. And we have products for consumers, particularly ones who play fantasy baseball or just avid baseball fans.
Consumers are embracing and using data like never before. You guys have realized this is an opportunity.
Yeah, what we see is that there's an increasing interest in having more scientific analysis, less just pure opinion. And it's interesting because we see that as our real opportunity. The internet has been phenomenal in creating the blogosphere where everybody's opinion is out there, and it's fun and it's interesting. But for fans or for fantasy players that need really more science, less art, more fact, less opinion to make their decisions, to follow their teams, to really learn what's going on behind the scenes, what we're able to create in terms of visualizations, charts, graphs, insights into matchups, patterns, trends is really one of a kind in baseball. And for the professional side, we're doing similar things for the teams, where we're giving them a whole suite of features that allow them to analyze player performance, predict pitching trends, look at scouting, look at video, all these things in one package, and we're getting a great reception there.
Have you integrated any new social tools?
We are very committed to making our products available on all platforms. So we've introduced our mobile app with iPhone, and we're going to move that out to other platforms, and that's something that's proving very popular. In fact, we're getting great downloads. It's also available. You can download a piece of the product for free, then you can buy the rest for $4.99. I mean, it's gotten a great reception. We're doing a game on Facebook. We have, working with MLB.com, which is actually our partner in the consumer product. We've worked with them on outreach through their Facebook pages, through Twitter feeds. And we even internally here at Bloomberg, which has a phenomenal summer intern program, work with our interns to spread the word throughout their network virally that this is a product that people have to take a look at.
I want to learn more. Where do I go?
BloombergSports.com. And what that will show you is sort of the overall picture of what we're doing.
Sports data, hot. Bill, thank you very much.
Thank you. Nice talking to you.
Hey, we met Brian Shaler at a coffee shop on 57th and 6th Avenue, right?
Just Midtown Manhattan.
So, Brian,
Just hanging out,
you've got some exciting news.
I do, yeah. I just left my employer of 2.5 years to start my own data visualization consultancy. Some rad stuff.
You would like where we just came from.
Where did it come from? Bloomberg?
Yeah, Bloomberg
I was stalking
Sports. Twitter's awesome.
Oh yeah.
And they've created, well, they're teams of data.
Yep.
And they've got a whole new division geared toward visualizing data for sports information.
Exactly. It's a really hot field right now. There's a lot of enthusiasm about all the different tools. There are tools and platforms coming out just for data viz, which is pretty amazing. And I chose the perfect time to really jump out and focus on just this. Instead of being this guy that does all this random crap, I can finally be the guy that does this cool data visualization stuff.
So where do we learn more about your new business?
Do you still have that card out? I have a website, datarealization.com. It's a play on words, if you will, of visualizing data but making it real, but also helping you come to realizations about your data.
All right, awesome.
We're headed into Vinyl to meet the voice of your GPS.
Oh, what a treat. We are with Karen, the voice of your GPS, better known as Aussie Karen.
The Australian Karen, yes. Aussie Karen.
How did this happen?
Isn't it the strangest thing? Yeah. I moved to New York 10 years ago. One day got a note from my agent they had a client wanting a native Australian female voiceover artist living in the northeast of the United States. How specific is that? So I went to the audition, I got the job on the spot. Before I knew it, I was recording almost 50 hours of script.
Now, we're very curious about the process.
Okay.
How does that work? In that you couldn't obviously record every single word in the human language, and clearly when you listen to your GPS, there's some method to that madness. How did it work?
So they wanted to capture every combination of syllables possible. So they could chop them up and create a voice system based on my speaking voice, a text-to-speech system. So that you can type in a sentence and my voice will speak it. So really clever. I mean, I had like a phone book of script.
You're now a permanent part of our pop culture.
Sounds really cool.
If you begin to Google, you're already like one of the, you can do Karen GPS. It's a very common Google search. So
a couple of years ago, I started to notice that a lot of blogs and forums and chat rooms, that Australian Karen was all over the place, and there were all kinds of reviews and comments, and it was really surprising to me, but people have a relationship with their GPS, and they feel like they know me.
Now you have something else coming up that you're pretty excited about.
Oh, I have lots of things coming up. Yes, I have a brand, the GPS Girl, and one of the first things to happen is I have a television show which I am in the process of developing, and it's called Travel the World with the GPS Girl. So we're shooting this week. I'm very excited because I've always loved to travel, and you know, I'm originally from Australia. I moved to New York. I've traveled all over the world, and so this is just a great, exciting fit for me to be doing that. And then I have a series of shows coming up. I'm a performer, a singer and songwriter, and I have a series of shows coming up in the fall at the Laurie Beachman Theatre down on 42nd and 9th, which is down the street here, and it's called Take a Little Drive with the GPS Girl.
So we wanted to introduce Karen to Chris, who's been driving us on tour. Karen?
Chris, I just heard that you weren't always following my directions, and I promise I will not lead you astray. I will stay calm and consistent. I will not get upset with you, okay? So you can trust the GPS voice. I just want you to relax and just follow my directions.
I trust you.
And we're back where we started, at the Wingate Hotel in Midtown Manhattan. What a day. We met some old friends. Greg Verdino, who's launching a brand new book called Micro Marketing. Brian Shaler, who's just launched a brand new company. And we met Bloomberg, who's actually launched a new company and product using data visualization for the sports industry. And it all came home with Australian Karen, the magical voice of our GPS unit. We'll be taking her home.